Oh, it's a pencil.
It's
like,
a
damn, that's
pencil.
Which came first, the pen or the pencil?
Chicken.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Lead would
The
come before the
pencil-
pen,
lead
right?
became before ink.
Ink.
Although the Chinese were using ink thousands of years ago.
Yeah, but were they doing like the pen, like the old school
Quill.
pen? Yeah, that
They
thing.
do the quill. Yep.
Yep.
And then they'd use bone. Sometimes they used bone that was hollowed out and had little reservoirs put in there.
The question is, do they use bones that are already there, or do they make new bones?
Well,
and
it's
take
hard
them?
to make a bone. I mean, it takes a while.
It's like, hey, I need a pen. Give me your arm.
Yeah, and then you have a femur pin, and you have a tibula pin. You know, I prefer the collarbone pin myself. It's got a little bit of a hook on it.
I like the wishbone.
Yeah, you
It's
like the
thin,
wishbone?
It's thin enough, and
Yeah, you can make a wish on it.
we're cannibals now. Hey, I didn't say I eat it.
We're not eating anything, not yet.
Yeah, we're not Soylent Green just yet.
That's right. Oh, that's right. That's the one thing that scares the heck out of me as far as our grandchildren go, is that's the group that's going to make you into food. It's kind of dark, isn't it?
Listen, as long as they don't do it, they don't kill people to do it.
Well,
I
you're gonna
like the
have to.
reduce, reuse, recycle concept. And the fact that we don't bury people in the ground and we bury them in coffins kills me, because I'm like, put it back in the ground, let it nourish our earth. Maybe it would decay.
Now, so you're saying that Aunt Rosie, who died of emphysema or something like that, you could plant her under a tree, and the tree would
Well, that's
blossom
what they
and-
tell you. Like when you have certain animals and things that die,
Ew.
plant them in your garden, plant them because there's a lot of things
if
in
they
your
have a
body that
communicable
is
disease?
good for the soil. So we bury everybody in these boxes. Wood decomposes. Wood goes. I mean, I'm sure they cover it. with
Well,
all
unless
this
they put you in a
stuff.
brass box and then you.
But
kinda
it's $1
just-
million
you kinda
to pay for that.
Yep.
Like, it's just a money scheme when we should be putting it back in the earth and letting the earth use the nutrients in our bodies. And of course, it will break down on its own. Oh, that's getting decrepit.
I
I'm
like
sorry.
yeah, it's getting kind of dark over there. You got this all figured out. That's kind of creepy. But think about it this way. I mean, you know, I like the idea of being cremated and then put in a coffee can and take it up to the town square
Yeah,
and dumped
there's a
off.
lot
in
of
a-
nutrients in ashes
Yeah,
too. So
you
just let it go to the
spread it
world.
all over, babe.
Although I tell you, ashes are different than
Get a little
human ashes. I've learned it's like
ashes
sandier.
to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah, but it's good for. There's a lot of nutrients in our bodies.
Can you run through human ashes? That's the question that should
I'm the
come up.
creepy one?
Yeah, I was just thinking of barefoot on the beach, you know, and there's all your relatives,
Hey.
and you just kind of trot through it.
Hey, doggy, do you know we're recording?
Yes, I know that. I'm trying desperately to get out of this.
This is going on YouTube because I know how Bob works.
Oh gracious!
We're not weird. We're weird. We're totally weird.
These are-
Hello.
Hi.
These are our table talks.
That's right. That's right. And what are we? We are. This is Pirate Radio
This is-
live
Live.
once again.
Again.
One more time
Again,
into the breach. One more.
We're doing it again.
That's right.
It's like we're consistent or something. Come
I
on.
don't know what that word means.
Nope.
But we
try
do
to
it
be
a
quick.
lot.
We do it a lot.
We do it a
This
lot.
is our
11.
11th episode. Woo, woo. Hey,
11.
1-1. That's a master number.
That's right. It's a what?
Master number.
Is that an Illuminati thing?
No, it's numerology, spiritual.
Close.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, well, we got quite the show
We sure
for
do.
y'all tonight because we've already seen it. But
Quite a bit.
nonetheless, and before we get started though, I have to bring up. I wasn't going to bring it up, but right
Uh-oh.
now it's starting to really bug me. Is you're over there?
I just thought.
You're always over
wait,
there.
Wait a second.
Exactly, but you're over there and not over here.
I'm always right here, doggy.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no. Damn it, Rachel, for the last time, I do not have Alzheimer's. Okay, so I know we've switched, and we're going to fix this. We're going to fix this. But first, before we fix this, we should get on with the show.
We should, because that's
should.
what we're here for, and that's what they pay us the big bucks for.
That explains a lot, really. So anyway, we've got a really good show tonight.
We
It was
do.
really
And
interesting.
we have an amazing show. And to preface our first act,
Yep.
I'm really excited, but What do Killer Tacos, Ray Chan and Bone Doggy, Pirate Radio Live, and Hearst Tap House, not just them, but we're just going to use them today, have in common?
Would it be two young ladies that come out and blow everybody's socks
Yes,
off?
we're
with a
family
couple
friendly.
We're family friendly. There you go. I knew you spent 3 hours the other night talking about that to everybody.
That's right.
So,
I love.
Excuse me. Do you know we're family friendly?
That's right.
Yes.
I start there as a mother
Yep.
and a musician. You want to sell me something? Tell me I can bring my daughter, and
There
it's
you go.
a
That's
safe
right.
place for my daughter, or a safe show for my daughter, or if I need to play a show, can I bring my daughter? Yes.
Well, as creepy as it sounds, I like the youngins. And the reason I like the youngins is because these are guys that have not really, been out playing a whole lot. So we try to give them a venue and all of this. And these two that are coming up next, they are sisters. And you were doing a gig up at the marketplace, and I went up there to watch and drink coffee and throw things at you from the audience.
Fair.
And you all took a break, and these two young ladies got up and ripped into a song from 1965, an old surfer tune, and just caught both of our attention. I don't think they left before both of us talked to
yeah.
them.
We went and talked to them
We
right
had
away.
them recruited before they got out of there.
That's right.
And so what we've done is we've brought them to you tonight. They are a couple sisters. Their names are...
Zenobia and Sloan.
That's right. Zenobia is 13, Sloan is 10, and this is a cool little talk. One of the things that they do lovely is what's called spaghetti western. Spaghetti western.
I
you
just
know
learned
that.
what that is today.
Spaghetti western, which was Italian westerns made back in the 60s and
Yeah.
70s. And this, I think, is some soundtrack music from one of those. It's called Rango, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So let's give a listen to the lovely and talented and slightly frightening Zenobia and Sloan. There we go. And we're back.
No, your back is facing the camera.
My back. I saw what you did there. That was good. Okay, I'm going to turn around. All right, fine.
It's okay.
I thought it was funny.
I think there's something going on.
Something wrong with me. I'm sorry.
No, I think there's something going on in the universe because we keep moving.
Yes.
I didn't move.
We are moving at 666,000 miles per second per second. Did you know that?
What the hell is per second per second?
Really fast. Really fast. That's how fast the Earth turns.
I asked somebody the other day how we know that our Earth is tilting constantly, and because I wanted to know, is there any physical things that we're feeling? Because I get motion sickness on just about everything. So
that explains why you fall over all the time.
that's exactly why I fall over all the time. So I was just wondering, what physical things can we feel? And somebody has said the tides are kind of the part of proof of how
the tides come in.
The tides come in and the Earth tilting kind of brings them. I also think it's waves and airflow, but
Well, I definitely believe in waves and airflow.
Yeah.
You know that, especially since I bought a synthesizer.
But my dad told me when I was little it was God bowling or...
That's thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Yes, that's bowling in heaven.
Bowling in heaven. That's how I tell Olivia how to not get scared. God just got to strike.
I learned all my Earth facts from a song by Vangelis called Albedo 3.9, and it's a lovely bit of music, but it basically is this real ambient thing that goes through all of the stats for the planet, how big it is. The average day is 23 hours 56 minutes, 42
and we're losing
seconds.
more minutes each day.
Are we?
We are.
Where are those going?
Harp. I don't know. I don't know. But
Okay. The audience is dying, Rachel, so let's bring them back into it. That was Snowy and Sloan. I know, right?
I love these gals.
They were amazing.
They're amazing. And
They're amazing.
They just keep getting better and better, and they're constantly practicing and constantly adding new things. They did the Michael Myers theme song one day, and I about freaked out. I didn't about. I totally freaked out. I recorded it and everything, and ran outside and had a little meltdown. It was cool.
Yes, and they're so cute. But it was just, I just love them. They show up at the gig and they did the thing, and
they are very
very awesome,
professional, and I hope, and I know more so that they will keep that, and that is wonderful that they're starting out now.
You'll see them in the future.
You'll see them everywhere,
For
and
sure.
when you're famous, I like
You can
postcards.
take me to
I don't
the
need any
doctor's
money, but I like postcards.
All right, next up to the gallows, we have, what was her name?
Ooh, Kellen Ashpole.
That's right, Kellen Ashpole.
I know, I said Kelly Lynn for the longest
Kelly Lynn.
time. I used to not get people's names right. Sometimes I still don't, but sometimes I do.
I never have.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be you if you did get us right.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Something
right.
would be wrong. The planets would be out of line if I got somebody's name right. Yeah.
Oh, you must have got someone's name right. That's why we're moving around too much.
Could
Oh.
bring logic
Light
into
bulb.
it again. So,
But yes,
Next up.
she's been going around to. I saw her at the Killers Tacos open mic.
you did.
Yeah,
That's right.
and you've
you
seen
told
her
me
there a
about
few
her,
times when we got doing some recruitment.
Yeah. We tried like Hades to get this young woman up on stage,
Yeah.
and we finally did.
And
She finally
killed it.
consented.
She's got some freaking amazing vocals.
Yes, she does. She's got some chops.
She's got that rebel yell that I love, and that
Yep.
rasp, and that rocker. She's a rocker, straight up, and I love it.
Well, let's give a listen to one of the tunes that she did. I don't remember the name of it because, frankly, I wasn't in the room. But when we watched the video, it was awesome, and we both picked it up. So this is,
Kellen Ashpole.
there you go.
It's called Bliss. Passing the time, got you on my mind. Missing your eyes, staring into mine. and now I'm paying. I'm paying for it now. Until I clear my mind, while we buy some time. I'm wondering if you feel the same way I do. But I go with the flow, hoping that you do too. But between you and me, you made me so happy. I'll see you after the show if you still have me. Oh, I didn't mean. Oh, please, I secretly wished for all of this, and now I'm paying. I'm paying for it now. Instead, I clear my mind while we buy some time. Oh, I didn't mean. Oh, I didn't mean. I secretly wished for all of this, and now I'm paying. I'm paying for it now. Instead, I clear my mind while we buy some time. Whoa, I didn't mean.
Thank you. My name is Kellen.
Are you drinking a beer too, Bob? Oh,
He's drinking
no.
soda.
Okay. Hey, did you know that you're supposed to rinse your mouth out with water after you eat sugary and drink sugary things?
No.
Yeah, no
Why?
one told me that. So that it doesn't stick to your teeth and kill them. Well, your teeth are fine, but mine aren't for 30.
Does that mean that I have to drink something every time I eat one of those little cinnamon red hot tamales things?
No,
that's all
those
the
more
time,
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, I
probably.
don't know. I mean, there's rules and regulations,
Dental
but does
hygiene.
now
yeah.
that I'm getting older, I have to pay attention
You got to
to
pay
that
attention
stuff.
to that. Yep. Yep. Plus, you got a 9-year-old who's going to have braces one of these
Oh
days.
yeah, I
and-
know. I'm about
Yep.
to really lay it all on her and let her
Yeah.
know, like, brush your teeth every day, morning and night. Don't be like me.
That's otherwise you end up with ersatz fangs or counterfeit mouth furniture.
Did you know that that is a hereditary thing, though? Like, it's, yes,
mouth
don't get
furniture,
me,
counterfeit
yes.
mouth. It is.
It's
kinda in there.
hereditary. Like, don't get me wrong, you can eat badly and have bad hygiene, and
Right.
it would go that way. But it's, I forget, it starts with an M. I can't tell you that what it's called, but it's actually something that is genetically passed down the line. And this
Right.
whole time, I was mad at my mom for not getting me braces, and it wasn't even that. My teeth were just doomed from the get-go, because no telling.
You
who-
have a lovely smile, my dove. So, yeah, we bought it a couple months ago. So anyway, next up to the gallows. After we did Kellen, and gosh, she was good. That was lovely.
That was fantastic.
Yes.
Kellen Ashpole, killing
Baby's,
it up.
baby's
there.
got some power. Yeah,
Yeah, she does.
she's got some wolf. And speaking of power, I've known this particular artist for almost 50 years, probably 50 years, maybe more. Maybe, oh God, it's got to be more than that.
I
Where-
hope, I
where
hope
am I
you
at?
know him
Yeah.
at least very well.
Almost 60 years I've known him.
You know what's weird though? His last name is the same as yours.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know I had Doggy. Brian Doggy, is that what?
He's
I'm
gonna
not sure
kill
that-
you so much.
I am not sure.
I
that
am
that
not
works.
Bam Doggy.
I'm not Brian Doggy. He is Brian Coleman, and yeah, Brian Lee Coleman, as it goes. And as quick little story, back in the old days, when you had great big giant cars that were made actually out of metal,
Okay.
we had a station wagon that was about the size of this room, and my brother Brian would stand in the floorboard because you weren't required to have
Yeah.
seats.
That's right.
You know, seat belts. And so he would stand behind my father in the car and look out the window and just sing and sing. He'd make up lyrics. He wouldn't make up anything.
like
He'd just
this
sing
guy.
melodies. He just sang and sang and sang and sang and sang until my father would finally tell him to shut up. And so he'd quit for a while, and then he'd get back in and start singing again right in my father's ear when he's driving the Impala. And so that was, he just started singing then, and he's never quit since.
Well, that's cool.
I've had the good fortune to play with my brother in a couple bands, and I know when both of us were teenagers and Invisible and Bulletproof and Indestructible, he was singing Queen and Rush and stuff like that. Yeah, he doesn't mess with that stuff now. He just does his stuff. Speaking of, I think we're going to do one of his here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, and I think this is off of his latest album. If not, it's the one before. He's done like 4 albums now. So this is the lovely and talented Brian Coleman and one of his tunes, Push the Button, Max.
All right, this last song. So I wrote this song after reading a book about the 1950s, David Halberstam, and there's one chapter in the book that was about this woman named Autherine Lucy. And Autherine was a young woman in the 1950s. In 1955, she applied to be accepted into the University of Alabama. And they let her in, but they immediately suspended her for some really trumped up issues. And it took Thurgood Marshall and a strong legal team from the NAACP to readmit Autherine into the University of Alabama. And last month, it was nice to see that one of their main buildings there in Tuscaloosa that was named after a Confederate general and slave owner was renamed after Autherine. And I found out reading an article last week that Autherine passed away last week. So this is a song about Autherine. This is called Terra Firma. Baby's got hearts, and many times been broken, trying to start in perpetual motion, trying to find a home, looking for a home, little piece of earth. Baby's got love in the face of those who hate her, pushing the shove, gonna get old sooner or later, trying to find a home, looking for a home, little piece of earth she shares with the universe, she shares with the universe. Far too little and much too late. She prayed for answers, but she'll have to wait for an angel of mercy. Baby's got life coursing through her blood veins. Take on the fight, coming after a hard rain, trying to find a home, looking for a home, little piece of her she shares with the universe. She shares with the universe. All right, thank you very much.
And we're back. No, we're not. That one's gone. She left somewhere. She went somewhere. Oh, she's on the phone. That's right. On the phone with the youngin'. That must mean we're number one. Well, you too then. Okay, that's very cool. So that was the lovely and talented Brian Coleman. And just as soon as this one gets back, come on back in. There you go. There you go. They can't see you doing that.
I know. I just felt right.
In.
Guaranteed she's going to call back again.
You think so?
I say, hey, babe, I can't talk
Right.
because I'm doing something. I'll call you in 20. And then she just calls me back. I love her, though. That's why.
You never taught her to count to 20.
No, she's just my daughter.
Oh, that's okay.
When
yeah,
we
I
get
get
when
that.
we get going, we get going until
You
we're
do.
done. But she knows what Pirate Radio Live is, and she knows what we do, and she's been
Right.
a part of this so many times that
That's
I
true.
think this one will resonate.
Okay. Well, good. Either that or we're going to both call her back and yell at her. So anyway, no, we wouldn't do that. She's our munchkin.
She's a little one.
All right.
But yes, that was Brian Coleman.
That was playing on his magical Martin
Oh, that was a beautiful
carbon guitar. That is a lovely
Carbon?
guitar. It's carbon. It's made out of a carbon epoxy. It's not a wooden guitar. Now the neck is wooden.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. And it sounds brilliant. And thing about Brian, this little story about brother Brian Coleman is when he grabs a guitar that he likes, he stays with it for about 15
He's
or 20
had it
years.
for a while.
Yeah, the one he had, there was one other guitar that he had before this one, that was an Alvarez, and
nice.
that poor guitar survived a lot of stuff. I mean, through
Mm-hmm.
the Kiss years when he stripped it and painted it silver, and then did all this damage to
That's
it.
a true story.
But anyway, yeah, Brian was in a Kiss band when he was in high school, which a lot of them were. which is
Face
kind of
paint and
fun.
all?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. And it was through my brother. My brother had a bass guitar, and I had a set of drums, and we swapped. And I started playing bass, and immediately became a prog rocker and played bass for 30 years after that. And then I found Bob, and you're going to get to see Bob. You have seen Bob before. Bob is not our production Nazi. Bob
Yeah, you
is-
won't ever see him.
yeah.
He still hides behind the curtain.
He's the Irish bouzouki.
Irish
The
Bazooki.
Irish bouzouki.
I love Bob.
Yeah, Bob's very
Both
cool.
Bobs.
Bob's cool. He's one of them sounds like just an old drunk guy, and the other sounds like
just don't
an
even
old drunk
drink.
guy. So yeah, they both fit together really well. So
Ooh,
they do.
maybe Bob is Bob's. Never mind. I don't know. Where I was going.
Spirit animal. It's possible.
Twin flame is twin flame,
You have a twin flame?
but then that would mean that he would be
I had a twin
connected
flame. I had
with
twin
a
flame.
guitar thing, and that's a little weird.
I thought that's something you'd trade in for like a Nissan Sentra or something like that. A twin flame. My twin flame don't work anymore, so I got a new car. That's terrible.
Oh, you're
I know.
fun.
I'm sorry. Anyway, so next up to the gallows is, speaking of Bob.
That's right. It's Bob and my guitar.
Yeah, which you've never named. You've named everything else.
Actually, ironically, I did name my guitar, but
What was it?
it's Steve. Kid you
Bob
not?
and Steve.
I kid you not. I named my guitar Steve.
Steve Stevenson
I like that.
and Bob Bobberich.
I don't know why I named him Steve.
Steve.
I named everything I've owned that I put a name to. It's usually a girl's name.
It's usually a female name.
But I
yes.
named him Steve,
Whoa, there's
which
something
is also-
psychological in there.
foreshadowing for our final act of the evening.
Oh, I see what you did.
But I really
But
did name
first,
him Steve.
yeah,
But first, it's Ray Chan and Bone Doggy.
that's right. And we're gonna do one that's interesting. It's in a D Phrygian mode.
That's right.
Yep. So
That's
D-minor
right. And
Phrygian
this
mode.
song is called Karma.
Yep.
And I'll let you.
I like.
You're gonna know what
Karma
it's about.
apples.
No.
Oh darn it! Push the button, Max.
Yeah,
We're gonna
please.
talk about this.
Please push the button, Max.
It's a D dominant Phrygian, if you want to know. Actually, it's an E dominant Phrygian.
Are you messing with me? Are you messing with me?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Who are you? Are you messing with me? Did you think that I would crumble and you're blaming on me? You want control? I need to let you know that karma is a witch and she's coming for you. She's coming. She's coming, she's coming for you. She's coming, she's coming. You better run, you better run, you better run as fast as you can. You better run, you better run. This is your last chance, the time is coming around. No one can save you now. You better run, you better run, you better run as fast as you can. You better run, you better run. This is your last chance. The time is coming around. Alone, now will you save yourself? Do you understand? All the damage you've done will come back to you in the end. There's no deadline. I'm not along for the ride. Eventually you will be the cause of your can. You better run, you better run. This is your last chance, and time is coming on alone. No one can save you now. You better run, you better run, you better run as fast as you can. You better run, you better run. This is your last chance. Time is coming on alone. How will you save yourself? As you can, you better run, you better run. This is your last chance. The time is going wrong. No one can save you now. You better run, you better run, you better run as fast as you can. You better run, you better run. This is your last chance. The time is coming wrong. How will you save yourself? If you save yourself, how will you save yourself?
Thank you so much. Give it up for Ray Chan.
Give it up for Bone Doggy. Or-
Okay.
Man, I think those B complex vitamins are giving me a lot of energy. Or the beer. One of the, maybe both.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that doing it? B
Yeah.
complex vitamins and
My
beer.
kids and beer. That's what you live off.
There you go. There you go. There's your I guess your recipe for happy health.
Yep.
Beer and B complex vitamins.
And a lot of Brussels sprouts.
And, oh, those are nasty. Brussels
So
sprouts
good
is
for you.
nasty. I don't care if they kick us off of YouTube for saying it. I'm saying it. Brussels sprouts are from the devil. They are nasty. Now, when they grow up to be cabbages, that's cool because you can make coleslaw.
You can make coleslaw with Brussels sprouts.
Little ones,
So?
you got to do big coleslaw.
Hey, one Brussels sprout plant grows up to 50 little Brussels.
Yeah, but when they're little Brussels, they're nasty.
They're
When
easier
they
to-
mature, it's like a woman. Is when they mature, they're wonderful and beautiful and fantastic, and they taste good. But when they're little, they're just nasty. I went there, didn't I?
You did.
Oh.
Wouldn't be a show if
It's
Doggy
it's
didn't
the
go
beer.
there.
It's the beer and the vitamin B12 talking. So we've got to finish this out, or we're both going to die. So we did have our very special guest.
We did, and this was
Yeah.
very special.
It
This was
This is a guy that we've been around for years.
he's a huge part of Denton. He's
Very
a
much.
huge part of the music scene.
Very much so.
He is well loved and well known by so
Yep.
many of us. He has actually helped so many of us with our musical careers. He
Including
had
moi.
Yes, and moi.
Yep.
I can't tell you how many different bands I've been in on his show, The Other Side, with.
Wasn't that a television show, like a
Yes,
cable
yes,
television show?
it aired on. It was through. I know he has a show through. He had a show through
QCast or something like
KUZU.
that. Yeah.
So I don't know if this is run through it, but I know we met at UNT to do this
Right.
show. So we had the big shabam, all of it going.
Well, he had a what was very cool back in the old days was you could do a public cable show
Yeah.
and put it on like
And
channel 14.
It was cool.
Yeah.
And I've
You had
never
one of
had
those.
cable to watch it until I stayed at a hotel one night just to get
Yeah.
away from some old roommates.
And-
And I was, they got cable. I'm watching it, and
Yep.
it comes through. And what's cool about that show is it starts, I want to say, could be wrong, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And
Yeah.
it just go, or maybe
Just
it just
runs
filters
in a
every,
loop.
and so every time you get on this show, you just move a spot every time. And so you will be on that show for quite
Yep.
a bit of time.
I was on the very first episode.
I'm not surprised.
And it was awesome. I loved it. And the thing to find out is about this guy is not only did he spent most of his time singing and playing guitar and things like that, but he was a fabulous drummer.
Oh, a phenomenal drummer. You're
Right,
so
phenomenal
right.
drummer. And we're talking about him in past tense. And the reason we're talking about him in past tense is because this young man has moved away from
He
Denton,
has.
sadly.
He has gone to Louisiana to bless another area with his wonderfulness.
Or
and-
maybe Oklahoma, or maybe Arizona, or maybe Nevada. So if you're going to stalk him, don't. Just wanted to cover that.
Oh, okay.
Just being safe here.
Oh,
'Cause we
I
don't
like
need-
the way you think.
We don't need a
we
lawsuit.
We don't need a lawsuit.
Right. Well, who was this young man? What is his name?
Mike Miller.
Or
Stephen
Stephen
Mike
Miller.
Miller.
That's right.
Michael Miller. We know him as Mike Miller, but his full name is Stephen Michael Miller.
That's right. And we asked him if he would be so kind as to come and play our show before he sauntered off into
That is right.
other
and
regions.
We gave him the featured spot and
Yep.
let him have it. So you're going to hear not one, but
But
two
two.
songs tonight.
That's right. Well, let's listen to both of them.
That's right. Let's do it.
Michael Miller. Push the button, Max.
How many songs are we supposed to do tonight? 5 or 6. Okay. Walked into a bar room, had myself a seat. She walked up to my table and asked me what it'd be. Later when I told her I thought she was real cute, she smiled as she sat another one on my table and walked away so sweet. Is it the whiskey talking? Is it the whiskey talking? I'd come by this house just to shake the blues. Felt like I paid my dues and needed to make it through. I don't really know how to gamble, the house always wins. Gambling on the riverboat there is where I wanna be. Is it the whiskey talking? Is it the whiskey talking? Shreveport, Louisiana, where the river runs free. Gambling on the riverboat there is where I wanna be. Later when I told her I thought she was real cute, she smiled as she sat another one on my table and walked away so sweet. Is it the whiskey talking? I'd come by this house just to shake the I'd come by this house just to shake the blues. Felt like I paid my dues and needed to make it through. I don't really know how to gamble, the house always wins. Gambling on the riverboat there is where I wanna be. Is it the whiskey talking? Is it the whiskey talking? Is that the whiskey talking? Or is that me? Alrighty. Thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Is that about right? Taking my time, choosing my lines, trying to decide what to do. Seems like my stop don't wanna get off. Got myself hung up on you. Seems to me you don't wanna talk about it, seems to me. You just turn your pretty head and walk away. that I'm growing. Let's see. Forgot the second verse. Things that, let's see, places I've known, things that I'm growing, won't taste the same without you. Seems like I'm in the worst mess I've been, and I find myself starving without you. Seems to me, talk all night, here comes the morning. Seems to me, just forget what we said and greet the day. You walk away. Cool myself down, stomping around, thinking some words I can name you. Meet you halfway, got nothing to say. Still, I don't suppose I can blame you. Seems to me you don't want to talk about it. Seems to me you just turn your pretty head and walk away. Alrighty. Thank y'all so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Well, so that was Michael Miller that
That's
did that.
right.
That's right. And we don't know whether he has hairy legs or not. We don't care.
I don't
actually.
care actually, but
No,
I
doesn't mean
do wish him the best and
Yes.
do wish him great
Bon
things.
voyage, Brother Miller.
That's
there
right.
you go. Happy trails in
And when you come
wherever
back and
you're
see
gonna end
us,
up.
the stage is yours, buddy.
That's right. He's a lot of fun. So we had a good time tonight.
We had a wonderful
lovely
time.
show.
It was a wonderful show. It's
Yep.
wonderful to go back and watch these shows
Yep.
because God knows this was not recorded today. But
You don't know that?
yeah, they do.
Okay.
We're in totally different
They probably do.
outfits.
Oh, that's
and
right.
We
And at the
post these
end,
shows.
at
We
the
post
end it
these
says,
flyers.
yeah, okay.
That just means you'd have to be paying attention, and I don't expect you to. But
You're not paid for that.
no, you're not. But with special thank you to Killer's Tacos for letting us do this
That's
craziness
right, that's
and
right.
allowing us to keep coming back. We really appreciate you guys, and I love your food.
That's right. And our usual platitudes, embraces, and fond memories to our production.
That's right,
Nazi
Bob
over there,
Ralph.
Brother
we
Bob.
We couldn't do this without you. We can look at him. He's actually here watching us.
Yeah.
But thank you, Bob. We love you and we appreciate you. And
I thought he was asleep. You better check him, see if he's breathing. Oh, okay. That means we're number one too, right?
Doggy, this
Okay.
is why he leaves the stuff in that we don't want on YouTube, because you keep messing with them.
That's just one of life's little pleasures, my dove.
Oh, goodness. Well, a special thank you to our acts of the evening.
That's right.
That's right.
Zenobia and Sloan. And
Kellen Ashpole.
That's right. Brian Coleman. Us.
And our special
Big
guest.
thighs, big thighs, big thighs. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh, sorry. And our special guest, Mike Miller. I'm repeating everything today because that's how we do when you need to go to the bathroom.
You know, let's talk about the Gettysburg Address while you're thinking about it. No, you probably ought to go. All right, I said we probably ought to go too. Thank you so much. We will be back one of these days with episode 12.
That's right. The show's already in the works. It's next.
right.
It's April 16th, whatever weekend that is, and then you'll see that video later, and then there'll be another one in May, and then you'll see that video later, because that's how we do it.
That's right. Creatures of habit.
That's right.
All right. We'll say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. We're getting better at this.
I got to go to the bathroom. That was classic. That was brilliant. Well, let's have a long
I
discussion.
tell you, man, that B complex, seriously, man, it's working great with the beer.